Alright, hello everyone and welcome to our daily technical analysis video again. Today is the 9th of February, Thursday, and let's see what we've got. Alright, I've got the euro dollar in front of me now. As you can see, euro dollar, we had a nice bounce off yesterday. Looks like that bounce is going to continue. We had a good pullback in the Asia session, and now Europe's just opened up with a good push and boost up. As you can see, it just overcame this resistance here, and we might see that going all the way up to 0.0745 actually, heading towards the weekly pivot there, if that happens. So if this resistance breakout works out, we've got a good target at 0.745. In fact, slightly higher, around there. You can see that line that I drew here previously. So it might have a good, nice little good buy kiss zone there, 1.0745, 55 region, and we might push the currency up there with the markets opening in Europe. So let's take a look at the dollar franc. Now dollar franc is really interesting because yesterday we had a breach of the weekly level here, and then the market, it breached that weekly level here, then the market popped its head up, and now it's there again. So this zone is a support area. As you can see, what we're going to see now with the dollar franc is the opportunity to see if this will hold. Alright, if this breaks down, we have serious place to go all the way down to 98 and 90. So that's about 50 points down should the market break down from here. I think that's worthwhile following today and tomorrow actually. So that's the dollar franc. Now we can draw a new channel there and that channel can there, as you can see, until Friday we can have it coming all the way down there. Right then, so let's keep that with an open mind. Any breakdown will follow it down here. Let's take a look at the pound dollar. I think pound dollar, like I said the other day, this got room to go up into that double top region there at 26.90 area. So I still think it's got room, and the first stop it's got at is 26.30. If it breaks that, you got 26.90 up there. So that'll be a double top, and that might even go slightly higher, make a higher high, and then start selling off next week. Let's take a look at the Aussie. Aussie dollar currently stable from yesterday. As you can see, it's a 4-hour chart. We'll see how this goes, but it hasn't really broken that support at 76.05. If it does, it will go down. What to do with this currency pair? We're on a 4-hour chart, so just keep that in your kind of books. If it breaks above, we'll go up here. If it doesn't though, it's a nice little triangle, and if it breaks below, then we could see the Aussie dollar coming back down to these levels here at 75.30, even 75 region there. Okay, let's take a look at the dollar yen. Dollar yen still hanging in there, as you can see, going up and down, up and down. We'll see how that's going to turn out. Still hasn't gone either way, so the market's really coming like turning into a pressure pot there. So the moment it breaks down into some place, I think we're going to see it fall back. So a fallback is not a bad idea. The market's got room to buy at this 50 region, which is the 110 level. It's at 112.30, so I'm not sure if it'll fall that far down, but maybe just slightly tease us with a breakdown of this line, and or even just hang in there. Coming down to 111.40, around that region there. So anywhere around there is, I think, a possibility for the market to touch, make a slightly lower low, as you can see, and then move up. Alright, let's take a look at gold. Now gold, up and away. As you can see, it made our target around here and then moved up within this range. Yesterday with a nice clean breakout. I think that was good. Will it continue? Let's take a look at the daily chart. Alright, now with the daily, let's take this news factor out and just draw this line without the news in there. Now gold still has the ability to come up to around 1,260 region. So it's at 1,241 now. Yep, around there is still an option. So we'll test the 1,250. I think that's highly likely to happen. Kind of test that region, and then we might see it kind of beginning to come down from there for a nice retracement. As you can see, the gold, nice move up. It's continuing to go in that direction. Possibly next week or so we might see it beginning to reverse. Dollar Canadian still in this wedge on the daily, which is quite nice actually. If it stays here, that's good, because one of those days it's going to break either way, and the moment it breaks out, that's the direction you want to be going at, because this wedge is going to be obviously very powerful. If it breaks up, it'll go quite high. If it breaks down, it'll go quite down. So I think either way it's definitely worthwhile watching to see what will happen with this wedge. You can in fact update it to there, and we can update this to there. There you go. Alright, so it's good to follow through. Let's take a look at some of the indices here. SP500, nice little support area from yesterday. I think it's got room to move up. I think we're going to come up to that 2,299, that 2,300 region for a test, and then we'll see what happens. There'll be a double top, and then we've got the neckline here, and then we'll see how that happens. So a good move up there, I think, is a good sell opportunity. Then we might push the market down here and all the way down to the neckline to around 2,265 zone. Let's take a look at Brent. Now it came down to our, as you can see, this has been like going on for quite a few weeks as we've been tracing it in the sideways market from the resistance to the support area here, and now just make a little adjustment here. There you go. From the support zone now it's kind of picked up. This is not a good area to trade. As you can see, it's a sideways market. It'll be quite choppy, as a risk of being choppy. So what you'll need to do here is just be patient. If you're a Brent trader, just wait for a pullback to buy, or let the market kind of do its thing, go up, and then short it there. Other than that, let's take a look at the DAX as well, just out of interest. The DAX, now be mindful of this line here. Alright, this is a nice little zone. If the market kind of goes up, does a double top, that's great. You should short it there, and then if it breaks below there, then that's a nice sell zone. It'll bring it back down here. From that double top, you got the neckline here. The moment it breaks this neckline, then obviously you've got the market tumbling down. Alright, so be mindful of that. With DAX also, watch out for, you've got to follow the news. Also the elections in Europe, elections in France, Germany and Holland this year are going to be important. They'll definitely be moving the indices, so be mindful of that. Hope that helps. Have a great day trading.